1158 is the bill that says all the people would help pay for this jail through a sales tax. Half-cent sales tax would produce more than enough to pay for the yearly payment on the bond amount. That is, I think it's 1.2 million that we would need to pay. So what we have is a situation of, if the sales tax goes up, the law says the property tax automatically goes down. And that's in the tax code. So
now the property tax that goes down is only the county property tax.
Yes.
City property tax is not affected.
They're a separate. That's right. They're a separate entity. That's correct. So the people of the county, entire county, including the people in the city, are paying for that property tax right now. Theirs went up 6 cents, and will probably go up a little bit more next year because of the jail. What it would do is everybody, through a half-cent sales tax, or approximately that, it can be between 1/8 of a cent and 1/2 of a cent, would be paying some on the jail. If you go out to dinner and you spent $30, it'd be an extra 15 cents on your bill. That would go not to the general fund, it goes directly to pay for that jail. It has to. And so what goes up, if it goes up, then the property tax goes back down to where it was before, at least where it was before.
This is going to affect industry in a very heavy way to have that kind of tax, is it not?
Well, it could have an impact, yes. It could have an impact for those who retail out, yes, because you do have to pay taxes on retail. So yes, it would impact, like I said, everybody would pay a little. Industry would pay a little more if they have high-ticket items. And again, the reason we're having to go to the legislature, we just can't do this on our own. There are other states where they do this all the time. Here in Texas, we're capped at where we are, and we cannot apply that without legislative approval. And again, the best part of this, Jimmy, as we all know, is, or at least I'm trying to make it clear, is when the jail gets paid for, tax goes away. That tax goes away. That's an amazing thing that I'm not sure in my lifetime I've ever seen a tax go away. This would be remarkable because it's just for the jail. But the key to it is that everybody, the guy who goes down to the 7-Eleven or Super Handy here in Sulphur Springs and he buys something, he pays just a little tax and he would help pay for the jail, as opposed to just the property tax owners.
In 10 years, say the sales tax goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, property tax has gone down because sales tax was there. In 10 years, what's property tax going to have to do to catch up with the loss that's going to create for the county when you roll back that tax?
Well, remember, the sales tax can only be used for the jail. Now, any other needs that we have, and we never know what those needs are going to be. That is, just the functions of the county to keep the deputies going, the firemen going, the employees here at the courthouse, and they all will have to be paid. That's a part of the budget that we'll be dealing with on the other side. All of that money that comes to that sales tax must go to the jail and jail only on that bond payment.
Okay, then if property tax goes down, isn't that going to cost the county for the property tax to fall off? And does that mean that you cannot raise property tax during the 10-year increment?
No, we would have to go through the same procedures we do every year. That is to see if we have a rollback and all of these kind of things if expenses go up. Of course, we can't anticipate what happens 10 or 15 or 20 years from now, but I'm saying the sales tax idea is that all of that money has to go to the jail bond. It cannot come into the general fund.
Okay.
And so that's why the tax would go back down. That 6 or 7 cents would go back down to that. Now, I can't tell you what's going to happen 5 to 10 years from now as far as the normal property tax.
So basically what we're saying is for a year, the property tax is basically going to go back down, but the next year, if the property tax could increase again, and then you've also got the additional sales tax.
Exactly, and we're dealing with an economy that actually, like I said, we're still growing here in Hopkins County, growing in people, and our unemployment rate's good. Crime's down. Things are good, really, really good. And I'll give a lot of credit to the sheriff, to the police, to the city of Sulphur Springs. The square's beautiful. Businesses are coming in. The courthouse gets visited all the time by people from all over the nation and world because a lot of people have done a lot of good things around here. Oh, by the way, one other thing, the schools are doing great here.
We are we have one of the highest hotel motel taxes around, not just in the state, but in the nation as well.
Right, yeah.
Where will this sales tax put us in terms of sales tax compared to the rest of the state?
Probably, a lot of them have what we have, so I don't know that we're that much higher today than everyone else. We may be slightly higher, but actually what has happened as our hotels and motels appear to be, they're even talking about building some more. We're apparently doing very well. It hasn't impeded people coming to Sulphur Springs to pay for the tax that was inaugurated several years ago before I was county judge.
Mm-hmm. But sales tax, will we be higher sales tax than most counties in Texas?
Probably, just slightly. 1/2 cent is what we're proposing, is 1/2 cent. So yes, 1/2 cent. It's not a significant amount to most people. High ticket items, it will have an impact, yes. Most people won't even notice it. But again, everybody pays for it as opposed to just a few property owners. That's the key.